With my team of 5 characters, I have reached max level and set out to take on the most difficult challenges a 5-player team can face. Welcome to Multiboxing Classic. The journey to kill a raid boss has me seeking raid gear on my boys. I discovered in the last episode that it didn't really work for me to bring all 5 of my boys into a pug raid, so now I'm raiding on some of my characters solo. I have my priest here in a GDKP BWL run. If you don't know what a GDKP run is, basically every piece of gear gets auctioned off, with players bidding gold on the items. All the gold from all the winning bids gets put into a purse, and at the end of the raid it gets split evenly between all 40, or in the case of ZG, 20 raiders. Meaning, if 40,000 gold gets spent on items during the raid, each member of the group will get 1,000 gold at the end. I haven't raided on my priest in vanilla for years, and I'm starting to remember why I like it. I enjoy the split-second decision-making that goes into healing and the art of mana management. Of course, spell batching makes PvE healing less enjoyable, but you have to take the good with the bad. Right? The run was fun, but a little rough. I think it's this guild's first GDKP Blackwing Layer run. And then, we got to Chromag. A few wipes on him due to tanks dying and the raid was called. We were approaching 4 hours at this point. The split was only like 200 gold if I remember. We didn't get any great items. But I did a GDKP Onyxia right after, and Viscag dropped. I think it went for almost 1800 gold. The split between the 20-something people in the raid was 100 gold each. Easy money for an Onyxia run. Oh, and the best part? 2 Warlock helmets dropped. So now Leecherboy has 2 Nemesis skull caps. Sometimes it pays to be the only Warlock. Did another GDKP run the next week with the same people. 550 gold split. Man, we had some good items drop. Got all the way through the raid this time as well. I know 550 gold sounds like a ton of money, but let me tell you why I'm suddenly realizing I don't like GDKP runs. First, this run took 5 hours. It was kind of like progression for this group, but that's so long. And I know what you're thinking, well, what if the run took 2 hours or 1 hour? 550 gold is great for that. Yeah, it is, if you want no gear. Look, GDKP runs are good for 2 types of WoW characters. Rich lords that have 15,000 gold and want to buy some gear for ridiculous prices, or super geared people that just want to raid for a bit of money. I mean, tier 2 priest shoulders went for 800 gold. Tier 2 priest chest went for 1k. Hell, the Prester's neck went for 3,500 to a hunter. So, you can make some money if you don't want any gear, and you can get gear if you want to lose money. At this point, I should just join a guild on my priest and get free gear. Who doesn't want a rogue? Stealthing around, annoying people, ganking, picking locked doors? With all the fun rogues have, I've decided to level 1. I'm boosting up my rogue and a friend's rogue with my mage, trying to learn the new mage boosting methods. I've got some good advice from the YouTube videos of a guy named Arlius. I think he's actually on the Bigglesworth server, just Alliance side. I'm doing alright with the pulls so far. It doesn't help that my mage isn't exactly geared out in tier 2. There's lots of dying involved, but it's fun to learn a new strategy. I've decided instead of doing GDKP runs, I'm going to raid on my shaman in a guild. I need to get him some better healing gear though, so I'm running Strat Undead for the healing chest and neck. The main reason I want to raid with him is for elemental gear. I really do love Ellie Shaman PvP. And the best way to get Ellie gear is from raids. I mean, the tier 2.5 shaman set is amazing, and pretty easy to get if you raid. It's been a while since I've been in these dungeons. I've definitely improved in skill level and gear level since then. I also need a healing weapon for him, so I'm doing vault runs in BRD for the healing mace. Ooh, got the frost shoulders from my mage. Wow, that was pretty quick. Okay, got his healing weapon. First BWL on my shaman, pretty casual healing gear. I have a ton of health and mana from all these world buffs, but only about 600 bonus healing. I've decided to trial run with a guild to see if they're a good fit for me. I've actually considered having my shaman as a second healer in my 5-man group. I haven't tried it yet, but it might be good. 2 healers and a mana tide totem might actually be better for a ZG raid boss than having 3 DPS. I like shaman healing better on classic than I thought I would. I've always loved priest healing, but with the spell batching it's really hard to not overheal targets. Shamans can partially mitigate this with how chain heal smart heals the 2 bounce targets, leading to less overhealing. Give me a break if it seems like I'm bad at this. This is like the 3rd raid I've ever played shaman healer in. Pretty good run with the guild saved. Don't be confused over here. I know my webcam is accidentally cutting off the bottom row, but if you look closely, you'll notice there's only 7 groups. This raid only has 35 people in it. We got to Nefarian in under an hour, down 5 people. Not bad at all. Had our first big wipe on Nef and had to do a second attempt. Still a good run though. The guild never got back to me whether they wanted to recruit me or not. I figured if they didn't message me, they can't be that committed. I'll find my alt raid group somewhere else. I did pretty good heals for this gear though. I'm happy with my performance. Finally getting a chance to sneak into some of my guild ZG raids. In my quest to continue gearing my 5-man team, I have my 3 DPS in this ZG run. It's actually a nice relaxing break from having to play a tank, a healer, and 3 DPS. Just 3 casters seems easy to me now. I realized I like playing my multi-box team, just not with other people. The point of multi-boxing is to be the group. When I start adding in other people, it changes everything. I can't go at my own pace, I can't do fights exactly how I'd like to. When I'm playing solo on a character, this isn't a problem, I'm part of a group effort. But when I'm controlling 5 characters, it can be a hassle. I'm still very interested in raiding with other multi-boxers. I found a few on my server, but still looking for 1 to 2 more to do ZG and soon AQ20 raids with. If you are on Bigglesworth Horde side and are interested in multi-box raiding, please get in touch with me. You can contact me in-game or on my Discord. I'd love to find a few more 5-boxers to start 20-man raids with. I did get a couple of nice gear upgrades. Belt of Untapped Power on my mage and the ZG set shoulders. And I got the Heart of Hakar on my shaman. This trinket's gonna be fun in PvP. A few days later, made it into one of my guild ZGs on all 5 of the boys. It was a good time, a lot to do though. It's already a lot of work to tank, heal, and DPS in the raid, but now that I'm in a group, I'm going at their pace, or at least trying to. We're up at the snake boss High Priest Venoxus. This is the boss I'm thinking will be the one I attempt to 5-man. Let's see how it goes. Okay, phase 1 isn't too bad. I'll have to kill all the snakes, but the boss isn't doing too much damage. Phase 2 he starts to hit a lot harder and drops poison clouds. The poison clouds aren't a big deal since it'll only affect my druid and I'll be able to get out of them easily enough. But the boss is doing a lot of damage to my tank here, about 1,000 damage per auto attack. This means if I 5-man it, my priest will have to be blasting out heals on my druid in phase 2, eating through a lot of mana. It was kind of a weird run for our guild since we're short on tanks in here. All we had for tanks were my druid and fury warriors. None of our actual tank mains were available. The rest of my guildies don't seem to like me multi-boxing in ZG for some reason. I mean, I filled the ZG run so we had a full 20. We got this sound clip from the run for our guild soundboard.
God, I hate tanker boys.
I think people just get upset that I can't go at quite as fast of a pace when I'm playing 5 characters. I don't know, they'll get over it. Finished up the run, I've actually got a lot of gear upgrades today. My druid got the blood-drenched mask, a great helmet, seal of the Gurabashi Berserker. I'm not sure if I'll actually use this. Plus, I got my 5 channeler heads to go get this awesome belt. This, along with the helmet, will bring my druid to the 9% boss hit cap. My warlock got the blood-tinged gloves, great caster item, and the belt of untapped power. My mage got the Heart of Hakar and the mage set bracers, so now I'll have the 2 set bonus with the shoulders. My shaman got the set bracers as well, which is a nice upgrade for him. And my priest got the ZG set healing belt and bracers. This will definitely improve his healing, especially with the nice 2 set bonus. It's time to do some ZG on my own. This is what it's all about, my 5-man team against an actual raid boss. I've chosen High Priest Venoxus for my challenge. Drawing on my experience in ZG raids, I believe he will be the first boss I can achieve a kill on with my team. It's going to be tough, but that's why I picked it. First, I have to make it to him though. I swim around to jump down the waterfall and fight these crocodiles. I'll skip as much trash as I can, they're not the reason I'm here. These crocs are easy, I've done this before. Now I have to deal with the trolls. These mobs are tough to deal with. It's not their damage or health that makes them difficult, it's the abilities they have. 2 trolls isn't too bad though, I can deal with this. Crossing the bridge, I have 3 more trash packs before I get to the boss. Another 2-man troll pack, both axe throwers. If it's only one I'm fighting, I can usually just heal through the AoE damage. Now a big snake pack. I want to kill the adders first as they shoot out the AoE poison. The little snakes do a 75% armor reduction though, so that sucks too. I did not realize how big that pack was, and as you can see, the AoE poison overwhelmed me, even with a poison cleansing totem out. I do not remember that pack being so big. Then again, I usually do this with a 20-player group. Round 2, I'm going to single target down the adders. With the poison cleansing totem and prayer of healing from my priest, I did better. But prayer of healing comes at a cost. Healing 5,000 every 3 seconds can really do some high threat.
Oh no!
Alright, cleaned up the rest of the snake pack. I knew I'd get them eventually. Now the last and most difficult trash pack before the boss. 3 trolls and 3 snakes. I'm trying the old kill one mob then die tactic. Okay, it technically worked. With the priest dead, it's time to take out the axe thrower. I could have finished the whole pack if I had watched my druid's health more carefully. 2 wipes, 2 mobs down. I think I can finish this pack now. This is the Death March way to do trash packs. Kill 1 or 2 mobs each wipe, and eventually, my way will be clear. Now, on to the boss. High Priest Venoxus. I'll tell you a few reasons I picked this guy. Overall, I think he's the easiest raid boss in the game. He doesn't have difficult mechanics for my team, that's an important point. It'd be much harder to deal with a boss with a more complicated strategy like Jin Do. He has just about the lowest health of any raid boss, clocking in at just over 213,000, plus the 60 or so thousand health his snake buddies have. This fight is just about as close to a patchwork fight as I'm going to be able to find in here. My plan is to take out the 4 snakes first, then start on the boss. In total, I have to do 270,000 damage or so to clear this encounter, and that's if he doesn't get any renews off. Today, I came here for testing purposes. I think I have a pretty slim shot of downing him. I didn't really bring any consumables, the most important thing I'm missing would be mana potions. I fully expect my casters to run out of mana well before the boss is dead. But even if I don't succeed, this won't be wasted time. I'm doing research. I want to see how the fight feels and how much damage my druid is going to take. This is a preliminary run at the boss. I'm dropping Poison Cleansing Totem on my shaman to deal with the snake's poison debuff. I'm gonna need my shaman blasting lightning bolts on snakes and not sitting there casting Poison Cleanse. Here we go! The start of the fight is going to be the first rough spot. With 4 snakes and a raid boss banging on my druid, I'm gonna have to pump him with heals. As you can see, the poison is starting to stack up on my druid, and the boss periodically blasts me with a 2500 damage holy fire. And then, my druid died. I need to kill those snakes faster, that is so much damage. Also, my druid had 10 stacks of the poison when he died. Taking 1200 damage every 3 seconds just from poison is not gonna work. I may have been out of the range of the Poison Cleansing Totem though. My druid got bursted down before the heal landed. Another wipe. But I learned more about the fight. I had another attempt where I wiped killing the snakes. I just need to down them faster and get out of this snake phase to progress. My next pull, I decided to pre-pot a fire protection potion. I have a few of them on me, and the boss's holy fire spell is a big burst of fire damage. I also popped a magic resistance potion right before the pull. Renew on snake, dispelled with my priest. I'm resisting a decent amount of these poison ticks. The magic resistance potion is helping out a lot. That first pull, I must have been out of range of the poison cleansing totem. Every pull since then, I've never gone above 5 or so stacks of the poison. Just one snake in the boss is much more manageable. My priest just ran out of mana. Something that could maybe be avoided with mana potions. I'm just not sure if they'll be enough. This attempt was going alright until my priest pulled aggro on the boss. He ran over to attack him and clapped him out with a big holy fire. Ouch. Alright, last attempt of the night. Here we go. Downing the snakes alright. I have to keep a lookout for renews on them. The poison stacks are staying low this attempt. I must be getting lucky. This boss just does so much damage with the holy fire cast, even if I partially resist them. Cleanest attempt so far. I finally got past the snake phase, and now it's just the boys and the boss.
Yay!
Mana is low. I've used no mana potions though, so I'm hopeful for future attempts. Innervate on priest. Let's see how far I can take this. The fight is much more calm without the snakes involved. I'm just so out of mana. Evocation on my mage. I discovered the boss does in fact renew himself, easily dispelled though. Even with the slow pace of the fight and the innervate, my priest is running out of mana. I was able to get the boss down to 66% health. I have yet to reach the sub 50% phase where he enrages, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. This fight is looking harder than I initially thought, which is the same thing I experienced with General Jackasath. I'm looking forward to progressing further. I got the boss near half HP with no mana potions and limited consumables. This was my trial run. When I come back next time, who knows how far I could get. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to watch me in real time, I stream on Twitch every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, and have a link below for my Discord server. Until next time, happy gaming.